using Cowork, you've built at least one agent, maybe a few, and they kind of work. But if you're honest, they all don't work the way you thought they would when you first set them up. And there's at least one agent you built, ran twice, and quietly stopped using. That's not a Cowork problem, that's a setup problem. And it's the same setup problem I had in my own workspace when I first started. I'm a university instructor. One of my courses is writing. And a couple of semesters ago, I built an AI grading system to handle part of the routine grading. I do the teaching, it lends a hand grading. But it was a mess at first. The AI kept hallucinating features that no longer existed on the platform. I had to screenshot my own screen to prove I was correct. And I almost quit several times. But at one point, I realized the problem wasn't the AI, it was me. I was giving it a job without a real job description. I was asking it to work right without telling it what looked right. And I hadn't told it what to do when it wasn't sure. So it guessed. The guesses were confident and wrong. Once I fixed 3 things, it worked. Not perfectly, about 85 to 90% of the time. But it's been solidly running ever since with little intervention from me. The same 3 things that were missing from the grading system are missing from most Cowork agents I've seen. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what they are. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do about it. Let me start with what a well-built agent actually looks like versus what most people actually have, because the gap is actually more specific than you think. Most agents are built the same way. Someone opened Cowork, created a new project, wrote a few lines of instructions at the top, and then started using it. What they ended up with is a vending machine. You put something in, you get something back. Here's what each of the 3 things actually look like. The first one is job clarity, not prompt clarity, job clarity. And they're really quite different. A prompt tells the AI what to do this time. A job description tells the AI what it's actually responsible for, what good looks like, what mistakes to avoid, and how to handle the edge cases you haven't thought to prompt it on yet. Your Cowork agents need the same thing. Here's an example of my morning brief agent. I wrote, pull news from these 5 sources, summarize each item in exactly 2 sentences. The first sentence states what happened, the second states why it matters to a non-technical professional. Flag anything relevant to AI workflow, productivity tools, or education technology. Do not flag product launches unless they're from a company with more than 10 million users. If there's nothing worth reporting on a given day, say so. That level of specificity separates an agent that gives you information that it thinks you want versus what you really need. And here's the thing, you already know how to do this. You've been delegating work to people for years. You tell them what good looks like, what to watch out for, and how to handle the exceptions. Write your agent instructions the way you'd brief a new hire on a job they're going to do every week without you watching. That's job clarity. The second thing most people never build is a context anchor. The context here is that every session you use in Cowork starts with Cowork knowing your instructions, but not really knowing who you are. It doesn't know your voice unless you've told it your voice. It doesn't know your audience unless you've described your audience. It doesn't know what you've already covered, what you're looking toward, what you care about, or what your non-negotiables are. Here's what this looks like in practice. Before building this, my LinkedIn agent created content that was technically fine, but it really didn't sound like me, as of course you would expect. A context anchor fixes that. It's a file. I call mine Claude.md. That loads automatically in the background every time I open any session within this project. It contains everything any AI needs to do my specific work. If you don't have a file like this in your workspace, that's the single highest leverage thing you can build today. The third thing, and this is really the one most people are surprised about, is a failure protocol. Most agents are built to succeed. Almost zero are built to fail gracefully. When your morning brief agent, for example, can't find anything worth reporting, what does it do? When your research agent hits a paywall and can't pull a source? When your LinkedIn agent gets content that's too vague to work with? If you haven't told it what to do in those situations, it will do something. It will guess. That's where the inconsistency comes from. Not from the agent failing, from the agent succeeding in the wrong thing. A failure protocol is just a set of instructions for what to do when the job can't be done as specified. I'll give you a concrete example. My weekly research brief has a fallback instruction that says if fewer than 3 credible sources are found on a given topic, do not synthesize from weak sources. Instead, flag that topic as low coverage for this week and move on. The failure protocol didn't make the agent smarter, it made it honest. And that is infinitely more useful than one that produces confident sounding garbage. Now, before we continue, if you found this video useful so far, please give it a like or comment. It really helps the channel. Also, subscribe if you would like to see more content like this. Here's what my workspace looks like now. Several agents. Each one has a real job description, draws from my Claude.md file, and has fallback instructions. That's the setup. So here's what to do next. Open whatever agent you want to improve, tell Claude what it's supposed to do, and ask it to help you write a proper job description. Something like this. This agent is supposed to do X for me every week. Help me write a job description that includes what good output looks like, what to avoid, and what to do if it can't complete the task. That last part, what to do if it can't complete the task, is your failure protocol. You're not building it separately, you're building it into the job itself. You'll have a real instruction set, including the fallbacks, in about 10 minutes, and you can paste it straight back into the agent. If you want to build the context anchor I mentioned, the file that loads every time and makes every agent in your workspace smarter by default, I've put together a free guide that walks you through exactly how to do that. It's called the Portable AI Working Identity. Link is in the description. And if you're still in the early stages of Cowork and not sure exactly what you should build first, I've got a video that covers exactly that. Click this video here to see what it is.